Yes, guys.
Hello, we are Team 7, and today we are presenting a project on addressing food waste in India through a smart redistribution system. India produces a massive amount of food every year, and the significance of this never reaches consumption. In fact, a large percentage of cooked foods from restaurants and events is discarded daily. At the same time, millions of people continue to face food insecurity and lack basic access to basic nutrition. This creates a critical paradox. Surplus food exists alongside hunger. Therefore, our research and interactions with NGOs, restaurant owners, and volunteers, we identified that the core issue is not food scarcity, but absence of efficient real-time system to connect food donors to those in needs. To address this, we designed a solution, FoodBridge. Now, our solution, FoodBridge, is a smart real-time redistribution platform that connects food donors such as restaurants, event venues, and individuals with NGOs and volunteers. The key idea behind FoodBridge is to minimize delay and maximize efficiency in transferring surplus foods. The system works through a mobile-based interface where donors can report surplus food in just a few steps, including details like food type, quantity, and location. Once this information is submitted, the system instantly triggers notifications to nearby NGOs. These NGOs, along with registered volunteers, can view available food in real time and respond immediately. Next.
So for our prototype, we have an application which will consist of four key features. First, the report surplus feature, where donors can quickly enter food details in a simple three-step process. Second, the GPS routing, which provides volunteers with optimized directions for efficient pickup. And third, the live alerts, where nearby NGOs receive instant notifications as soon as the food is reported. And finally, we have a confirmation system where both parties verify the pickup, ensuring trust and proper tracking. The entire system is designed to be very fast, simple, and effective in real-time situations. And overall, our goal is to make a food distribution app which is quick, reliable, and easy to adopt. And then for our testing, we have taken actual industry data and comparable solutions. So our key projections are that we expect early adoption from at least around 3 to 5 NGO partners. And this can lead to approximately 30 to 50% reduction in food waste and approximately 150 to 300 meals delivered within just 2 weeks. In terms of expected user feedback, NGOs are likely to find our GPS coordination very intuitive and simple, while restaurants prefer quick one-tap reporting, which our interface will provide. There is also a clear need for features like food expiry timers and offline functionality for volunteers, which we do intend to add into our interface. And now, considering a typical use case, if we take a mid-scale event, it will generate approximately 500, at least 50 to 100 kilograms of surplus food. So through our system, NGOs are alerted in real time. The food is redistributed within just 30 to 60 minutes to ensure its freshness and so that it's not spoiled or unfit for consumption, and serving around 80 to 150 people with minimal wastage. These projections show that even at a small scale, this system can create significant real world impact.
After understanding the problem, we focus on ideas that are both high impact and practical to implement. Some of our best ideas include real-time alert, where NGOs are instantly notified when food is available. Donor incentives like rating and tax benefits to encourage restaurants. Basically, expiry tracking to ensure food is used before it goes bad, and a volunteer network to manage pickup efficiently. We also explored advanced ideas like AI-based demand prediction and government integration for future scalability. But for our prototype, we selected three core features, which is real-time alert, GPS tracking, and donor incentives, because they are simple, feasible, and can create immediate impact. Next slide. Before jumping to solutions, we focus on understanding the real problem at ground level. The data clearly shows a major imbalance. Around 40% of food in India is wasted, while nearly 194 million people go hungry every day. This creates a strong paradox where restaurants waste large amount of food daily, but many people still struggle to find even one proper meal. To understand this better, we interacted with NGO workers, restaurant owners, and volunteers in Chennai. From these interactions, we realized that issue is not about food scarcity, but lack of coordination. There is no real-time system that connects surplus food with people who need it.
India faces a serious paradox. On one hand, nearly 40% of
Scarcity,
food
but
produced
lack
is
of
wasted,
coordination.
while on
There
the
is
other
no
hand, millions
real-time
of people
system
go to bed
connect
hungry every
surplus
night.
food with
The issue
people
is
who
not
need it.
the lack of food, but the lack of coordination and timely distribution. To address this, we framed our problem using how might we approach. So basically, we might reduce food wastage in India by creating a real-time digital bridge between food donors and those in need. This statement guides our entire project, helping us focus on solving the gap between the surplus and scarcity through technology. So, next slide. To solve this problem effectively, we used design thinking methodology. So we followed a reverse presentation. So we are going to start from the solution, tracing back to the empathy. So the solution, this leads to our final solution, a small distribution system that connects donors, NGOs, and volunteers in real time. So the test, we conducted a pilot testing with NGOs while showing significant reduction in food wastage and improved efficiency in distribution. The prototype, we developed a simple and user-friendly app prototype that allows donors to report surplus food and NGOs to receive instant alerts. Our idea was to brainstorm over 20 ideas and refine them using a feasibility and impact analysis. Key ideas include real-time alerts, GPS tracking, donor incentives, and expiry tracking. And the empathize, we interacted with NGO workers, restaurant owners, and volunteers to understand real world challenges. We discovered that surplus of food often goes to waste simply because there is no fast and reliable system to redistribute it. So, in conclusion, our design thinking methodology helped us to understand the real problem is not food availability, but the connectivity. And our solution aims to bridge the gap effectively.
So I will be explaining about the real life impact on the food bridge. So first of all, we are experiencing lots of problems in our project. That's why we are going to introduce some of the impacts, which is reduce hunger and direct surplus food to feed homeless and daily wage workers or orphanages. Second is cut food waste. Restaurants and events can reduce up to 60% of the regular use, which is about we are reducing lots of food wastage. Then third is lower CO2 emissions, which is less foods in landfills and less methane, contributing to greener India. Then is economic savings, reduces food loss costs for businesses. NGOs are procurement to budget. Then SDG alignment directly supports our SDG hashtag number 2, which is zero hunger, and SDG number 12, which is responsible consumption. And then is community building, which is builds a culture of sharing, engages youth as volunteers. Next slide. Then we are trying to optimize our plan by scaling it. So first of all, we have planned to do a 3 month, which is generally increasing and refining our plan, which is by adding food expiry timer, offline food for volunteers, and multi-language support like Tamil, Hindi, English, etc. Then for the next 9 months, we are going to grow into our plan, which is expand to 5 cities, onboard 50 plus NGO partners, and corporate food donation program. And then for the next 2 plus years, we are going to scale our project, which is AI demand prediction engine. Then also introducing a plan to government midday meal integration and pan India expansion. We are going to develop and take more and more feedbacks about our plan using continuous feedback loop, which is monthly surveys to NGOs, then in applying in-app rating systems, then quarterly product reviews, and then community-driven feature voting, just like surveys. Thank you.